We are delighted to welcome you to the graduation ceremony of the batch of May 2026. A gentle reminder, we request you to kindly keep your mobile phones on silent mode till the end of the program.
Honorable guests, it is a proud moment for both of us, Srinidhi and me, Vaishali, the grade 12 form tutors, to host this ceremony for all of you. I present to you our graduating class of May 2026, led by Ms. Kavita Gupta Sabarwal, our director, Ms. Preeti Anand, our principal, Neev Academy, and director, Neev Early Years, and Mr. Abhinav Avasti, DP coordinator and head of diploma program. Please applaud as they walk in pairs, accompanied by the entire faculty of grade 12, led by the valedictorian, the salutatorian, and the rest of the amazing cohort. It is a proud moment for this motley crew, a batch that is diverse in their many talents and many personalities, but unified in their motto, all for one, one for all.
A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the batch of May 2026. May I request the students to please be seated.
I also extend a warm welcome to the parents of the graduates and our graduation chief guest and speaker for the evening, Professor K. Vijay Raghavan, a fellow of the Royal Society and a foreign associate of the U.S. National Academy of Sciences. Graduation is a time of completion, a closure, and yet it is also an inception, a gazing out of the window towards new horizons. And while our students stand on this threshold of new possibilities, we are confident that they will continue to carry the Neev values of grit, honor, and grace in all their future endeavors.
Dear audience, we are here today to celebrate a new dawn in their lives, symbolized by the orange and the yellow marigolds you see all around you. Marigolds represent happiness, creativity, passion, and positivity. Students, may this yellow represent a new beginning for all of you, as bright and as glorious as the marigolds.
Dear audience, the lighting of the lamp embodies the triumph of enlightenment over ignorance. It is a symphony of shared wisdom, nurturing unity and harmony among all of us. May I now request our chief guest, Padma Shri Vijay K. Raghavan, to come on stage to light the lamp, along with Ms. Kavita and all the other dignitaries. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, dignitaries. We will begin today's ceremony with the Neev song, which represents all that Neev stands for. May I request the students to take positions for the school song. Our Neev song stands for building leaders, not just for tomorrow, but here we are, leaders of today, leaders of our community, and guardians of Neev culture and values. Dear students, as you stand on the precipice of new beginnings, may you carry within you the enduring love for learning. I also request the audience to stand with us for the Neev song.
Our meaning
you, Grade 12, for that beautiful rendition of the Neev song. Parents, please be seated.
Moving on, Plato said, and I quote, "Music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything." In the next segment, our students will be singing Akla Cholo Re. The song you are about to hear, ladies and gentlemen, carries a message that has moved hearts across generations. Akla Cholo Re, Walk Alone, was written by the great poet and Nobel laureate Tagore as a call to courage. Its message is simple yet profound. If no one answers your call, if the world turns away or stays silent out of fear, do not stop.
Honorable guests, let us now listen to our humble attempt to sing Ekla Chalore. Thank you for that splendid performance. Dear students, we hope the message of the graduation song stays with you. That while the road ahead involves seasons of silence and uncertainty, those challenges are the very things that build character and purpose.
This song holds a quiet but powerful truth for all of us that the path ahead may sometimes feel very lonely, that there will be moments of doubt and silence. But those are precisely the moments that will define who you become. Walk forward, speak up, be your own light.
May I now invite the director and founder of Neev Schools, Mrs. Kavita Gupta Sabarwal, to address the gathering.
Good evening. The hardest thing for an educator is to say goodbye to kids. We live our days as if you will never grow up, acting as if we can postpone letting you out into this world. But it's time to find your bliss, author your life, and craft your destiny outside and beyond Neev. You are the 7th graduating cohort of Neev, and 7 is a special number for mathematicians from Diophantus to Srinivas Ramanujan to Manjul Bhargava. 7 occurs through nature, 7 seas, 7 continents, 7 colors in the rainbow. Our chief guest, Dr. Vijay Raghavan, works on how neurons in the brain communicate. And it seems neurons produce the best information when they have 7 dendrites. 7 sages, 7 wonders of the world, 7 pharaohs. 7 is the number most likely to show up when you throw 2 dice. 7 is magical. 7 is lucky. So are you. 7 is many people's favorite number, mine too. As I've told you, you are mine. You are our largest cohort so far, with the highest predicted grade, which I know you will protect in the next couple of weeks. No pressure. You also have the benefit of the largest percentage of kids all the way from early years. And that brought ambient strength to you and to the students that joined later along the way. I started Neev 20 years back with 3 goals. Education that redefines excellence to move beyond grades, to recognize what is special in every child. Learning that is contextual to India, to build unique identities to contribute to the world. And putting kids at the center of all the choices to keep you authentic, true, and idealistic. Grades will happen, college will happen, financial success will follow. But you are my favorite cohort because you are good, honest, simple, happy, and idealistic. Well, most of you on most days. But back to 7. As you bid us farewell, I'll give you 7 pieces of advice. First, spend your attention carefully. The world today conspires to put temptation into your path systematically. Learn to say no. Your attention is the biggest currency that you have, and the biggest generosity is your undivided attention. How you spend your day is how you spend your life. Second, read. My parents' generation had 35-year careers. My generation will have 45-year careers, but you will have 55-year careers at least. Reading is a hard habit that hopefully we got you started on early at Neev. It's not leisure, but it's the best tool for lifelong learning in long careers. Reading will help you travel, reflect, and stay mentally and emotionally well too. Read deeply to know the canon in your field. Read widely to build far analogies. Read regularly. But most important, reflect on your reading. Because what you learn after you know it all is what really matters. Third, nurture community. You know this. Your motto in grade 7 was one for all and all for one. I have seen that unity through DP2. One of you asked me yesterday, do past cohorts stay in touch? Relationships are inconvenient and irrigated by time spent. And when you get to my age, you start to realize that keeping friends is way harder than making them. So look around you. Look at all your friends around you. Stay in touch with these people. Care for them. Be generous with them. Be forgiving. Success is harder to handle than failure. So when you are successful, which as someone who went to Neev, you will be, you will need them. Your lifelong health will not depend on your workouts and your multivitamins and your super minerals, but by the relationships that you build and nurture. An additional upside in a world of AI is that relationships become knowledge because they break echo chambers. Fourth, give back. People wrapped up in themselves make very small packages. Give back to all that have looked after you and those that can't. To those who much is given, much is expected. Gratitude is healthy, but gratitude expressed is a superpower. Fifth, pick the Madhyam Marg, balance, or the middle path. Don't maximize. Sustainability in nature and life lies in balance. Choose honesty with kindness. Choose justice with mercy. Choose passion with temperance. Choose individuality, ekla chalo, but with teamwork. Sixth, explore widely and boldly. This week, the Artemis launch took a human being the furthest possibly away from Earth, 4,06,788 kilometers. I'm not asking you to travel that far, but explore widely by ensuring that your choices reflect your hopes rather than your fears. Be brave. You are strong. 7, finally, think about India. India has created mass democracy since 1947, but didn't create mass prosperity. Our generation began this journey, but we haven't finished it. You live life once. It is now up to your generation to put India's poverty in the museum where it belongs. Whatever you do, choose grit, honor, and grace as you use knowledge, self-awareness, and relationships to build happy, healthy, impactful lives. And come back to visit us, come back to teach. Neev will always be your home. We will always be your cheerleaders and your biggest supporters. On behalf of Neev, welcome parents, grandparents, siblings, friends, alumni, and Dr. Raghavan to the graduation of the Neev class of 2026.
Thank you, Ms. Kavita, for your address. The 7 pieces of advice. I'm sure all the students here in front of us will carry all your advice wherever they go. Moving on
To our next segment, the best thing about school days is making memories.
And we have known this entire cohort for some 6-7 years now. And gosh, there are just, so many memories.
Poor jokes and pathetic puns.
Trekking, the Zuko, Ladakh, and Nishani Betta, the last one in Kurg.
The constant demands for games and PHE.
Ranting about everything under the sun.
Climbing ropeways.
Human pyramids.
Eating biscuits with our face.
Making Neev with our bodies.
And push-up marathons in Kurg.
All the insane singing in the buses.
Extraordinary master classes.
Arm wrestlings and 4 feats.
stealing snacks from the L&L lounge,
A constant obsession with donuts and shawarmas.
and all the long, long conversations about life. Well, what do we do with all these memories, students?
Why? Just keep it!
Now, to speak about their glorious days at Neev are two students representing the thoughts of the cohort, Sahasra and Utkarsh.
Sahasra joined Neev in 2021 in the middle of 8th grade, and she has ever since become an integral part of the Neev community. She has served Neev as the Neev Times chief reporter in grade 11, as the Neev Times chief editor in grade 12, as the NLF student co-chair in grade 10, and as the NLF student chair in grade 11. Welcome to the stage, Sahasra.
Joining Sahasra on stage is Utkarsh Sharma. Utkarsh has been doing his growing up with us for the last 13 years. He has evolved into a cornerstone of our community. From his early days as the junior sports captain to his recent tenure as grade 11 sports captain, the co-founder of the EcoBiz Club, he leaves behind a legacy of grit and initiative. Over to you, Sahasra and Utkarsh.
Thank you, Ms. Srinathi, for that introduction. And speaking of thanking, that's what we'd like to start with, some gratitude. So we'd like to thank the people who have been paramount in leading us to this moment. Thank you to our parents, generous enough to feed and clothe our mostly ungrateful behinds, and continuously provide us with unconditional love and support.
To the wonderful leadership team, Ms. Kavita, Ms. Preeti, Abhinav sir, thank you. You are amazing individuals who are pioneers of our learning experience. From the moment we stepped into Neev, you have led the way for us, and you will forever be our role models.
To our teachers, thank you for your endless patience with our questions and shenanigans, believing in us even when we may not have believed in ourselves, and always being open to hearing our inputs. Thank you for taking our opinions seriously and helping us build on them, even if they were written in terrible handwriting.
Thank you for pushing us to actually understand what we were learning and explore beyond what is explained in the textbooks. Thank you for being patient with us, especially when the same concept needed to be explained more than once. We hope we didn't cause more problems than we solved.
Finally, thank you to all the ammas and bhaias that refreshed our classrooms and exam halls without us having to ask, and who tolerated lunchtime and dispersal rushes daily. Thank you. Thank you all so very, very much. We are more grateful to you than we can put into words. Coming to school is like getting on a train without a destination in mind. I know some of you are already worried that this speech doesn't have a destination in mind, but trust me, it does. You don't know how long you'll stay, who you may share a berth with, what views you'll see outside your window, and which stop you'll finally end up getting off at. That uncertainty can be scary. But in not knowing, somewhere along the ride, you change. You become a little more sure of yourself, a little more used to things not going as planned. And maybe that's the point. Not having everything figured out, but still moving forward anyway. In the time that I've spent here with all the people in this cohort, I believe that that is what Neev has done for me and for all of us. Life may be full of lasts, but it's also full of firsts. Each new challenge was easier to take in stride because we faced it together. Much like many of the adventurous drivers we've encountered on our learning journeys, we give each other the confidence to swerve onto the road not taken. More importantly, we have the audacity to keep driving anyway, with the unrelenting hope of finding something even better on the way. I'm thankful to know that although all of you are seated in front of me right now, we have and will continue to stand behind each other, even in the smallest of capacities, as we part ways. These past years also go to show that school life is a bit like a sine curve. There are highs you never wanted to leave, and lows you thought you wouldn't get through. Yet people can and will continue to surprise you, breaking porcelain facades you didn't know were there in the first place. And somehow, even among scribbles of exam papers, undecipherable codes and IB rubrics, and temptations to phone it in, we all managed to jigard our way through. Even when they were hidden behind masks, pixelated on a tiny Zoom video, or bright and unguarded on our faces, our smiles always found each other. And for a while, we got to live in a time this simple, without realizing that we'd have to leave it. With that, I'd like to thank this batch for its unwavering spirit, our non-stop singing and howling on Northeastern tracks, inexhaustible dancing abilities, and willingness to always extend a helping hand, except maybe if that hand is reaching for food. I sincerely hope that even as our noise and ruckus that fill the hallways dies out, that spirit will continue to endure. You all have truly made this a series of magic moments. As much as we'd like to, we can't beg a clock to make time slower for us, much more than we can ask for Turnitin not to flag every comma as plagiarism. So we don't ask for more time, because what this place has given us isn't something that we leave behind. At the same time, we shouldn't be encumbered by who we were in this school as we now leave it. The world doesn't really need a version of you that fits neatly into it. That version will continue to morph and change as it is touched by the lives of thousands of other people. But I hope, on some summer night, when the stars are actually visible in the sky, that the lives of the 41 people from this batch are remembered with an extra bit of fondness. More than a heartache, more than a mistake, remember this isn't the final stop, and it's certainly not the last ride.
I'd like to apologize if my speech is a little too long. I want you to think about something small. Think about the last time you walked into school on the most normal of days. No ceremony, no photograph, no goodbye. You just walked in. You dropped your bag into the same chair in the student lounge. You talked to your friends about the same things you always do. You laughed at something absolutely stupid someone said in LNL. You are completely, totally ordinary. We spend so much of our lives waiting for the extraordinary, waiting for results, for moments of success, for acceptance letters, for the day we finally become who we think we're supposed to be. We are so impatient for them to arrive that we forget that this is the place where we find happiness. These hallways, these people, the nights of laughter in Ladakh, the bus rides in Coorg, every single experience we have had together. The strange, exhausting, mundane, luminous days that have filled my life from the moment I stepped into Neev 13 years ago. The people you spend those days with are not your past. They are the architecture of who you become. And I know, that we tell ourselves that we'll stay in touch. We mean it completely in this moment. We are convinced that these friendships can't and won't fade away in the bustle of the lives we have ahead of us. But life has a way of pulling the current. And some of these faces will slowly, quietly become photographs. While you will remain close with some, the others will slip away like sand, no matter how hard you wish you could clench your fist. And that's okay. That's not failure. That's just the price you pay for growing up. The world is going to ask us to be impressive, relentlessly, constantly. It will ask us to perform our worth. And there will be days, dark, quiet days, where we question our place and truly how remarkable we are. And on those days, the world will feel very large and very indifferent, and you will feel very small. On those days, remember that somewhere in someone's memory, you are the person who made an ordinary day feel like it mattered. I want you to look at them while you still can. Right now, in this room, look at them. Not at your phone, not at the stage, and no, not even at me. At the person sitting right next to you. Not their achievements, not where they're going, not their scores. Who they are. Maybe it's a face you'd see in those study groups, in Zoom calls, in MYP. Maybe it's a voice you sang with in our 6th grade rendition of Imagine by John Lennon. Maybe it's a laugh that once made the already fun Prince and Pauper rehearsals a little bit better in 3rd grade. Maybe you spent countless hours talking to them on group chats in the last few years. Maybe you wish you could have gotten to know them a little bit more. Regardless, their face is forever going to be etched in your memory. Which is why, although we may grow apart, there is one thing you can do. Carry them within you. Carry them in the way you approach kindness. Carry them in the laugh you borrowed from someone who made you feel safe. Carry them in the courage you developed when someone believed in you before you believed in yourself. Carry them in every decision you make, every step you take. Carry them with you. Because we are not just leaving with a diploma, we are leaving with evidence. Evidence that we persevered through something hard, that we were part of something real, and that we were here and we were present, even though Toddle would disagree for a lot of you. Luck normally isn't in my vocabulary list, but today, it is. I can say without a shadow of a doubt that we were lucky. We were so, so lucky to have had each other. So go be extraordinary. Go change the world. Achieve everything you dream of. And as Sahasra said, do not force yourself to fit in. And someday, years from now, something small will remind you of this. A song, an accent, a scent. And for just a moment, you'll be back here, in this room, with these people. When that moment comes, please hold on to it. That moment, that feeling, is the proof that you were lucky enough to have something worth missing. Something so special that could make even the ordinary seem so extra. And to quote Technoblade, if I had 100 more lives, I would choose to spend every single one of them with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sahasra and Utkarsh. Ladies and gentlemen, what you see on the screen is our graduate profile. At Neev, we will wait for the graduate profile to appear on the screen. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, what you see now on the screen is our graduate profile. At Neev, we advocate for a holistic approach for learning, emphasizing the whole child and prioritizing relationships and individual well-being. Our conception of learning translates into 5 key impacts as exhibited in the graduate profile: fostering self-directed learners, effective communicators, collaborative contributors, proficient and deep disciplinary thinkers, and community builders. These competencies represent the core of the Neev graduates, equipping them to navigate the complexities of the modern world.
Next up is the much awaited part of the evening where the class of 2026 receive their graduation certificates. This year, we continue with our tradition of honoring our students with a stole along with their certificates. A stole that was created from the yarns of memories of their days spent in this loom called Neev. The warp and weft, symbolic of the many people and the many experiences that were delicately woven together to make our students who they are today. Let us now watch a short film which shows us the journey of these unique stoles.
I hope you enjoyed watching the story of our stoles. For the next part of the ceremony, I would like to invite on stage Mr. Abhinav Avasti, DP Coordinator and DP Head. Over to you, Mr. Abhinav.
Thank you, Ms. Srinidhi and Ms. Vaishali. Good evening, parents and students. We now go to awards. We'll call Kabir Basu. Kabir's Neev journey began in 2010. Kabir's Neev journey began in 2010. A recipient of Academic Excellence Award and multiple subject awards, he now heads to NUS Singapore. His individuality and fearless thinking define him. We wish you the very best, Kabir. Diya Shetty. Diya has been with Neev since pre-K, earning the Academic Excellence Award and multiple subject awards. With offers from St. Andrews, UCL, she now moves towards biochemistry. Her quiet commitment stands out. We wish you the very best, Diya. Arnav Bhatta. Arnav joined Neev in DP1 and quickly found his stride. With offers from UMass, Amherst, and Penn State, he now moves towards electrical and computer engineering. His steady determination defines him. We wish you the very best, Arnav. Arush Gupta. Arush has been with Neev since early years and is a physics subject award winner. With offers from UIUC and Purdue, he now looks towards physics or mechanical engineering. His leadership stands out. We wish you the very best, Arush. Arush Sawant. Arush joined Neev in 2010. Arush has grown with balance and commitment. With offers from Southampton and Exeter, he now moves towards renewable energy. His calm determination defines him. We wish you the very best, Arush. Aditi Garg. Aditi joined Neev in grade 6 and received subject awards in economics and history. With offers from Tufts and Ashoka University, she now looks ahead to economics. Her clarity of thought stands out. We wish you the very best, Aditi. Aditi Kaila. Aditi joined Neev in grade 8 and built a strong academic profile. With offers from University of Connecticut and Penn State, she now moves towards physics. Her curiosity defines her journey. We wish you the very best, Aditi. Afan Mohammad Hotur. Afan has been with Neev since 2010, actively contributing to school life. With offers from RIT Dubai and American University Dubai, he now looks ahead to business administration. His positive energy stands out. We wish you the very best, Afan. Akshaya Prakash. Akshaya joined Neev in grade 8 and is a recipient of Academic Growth Award. With offers from Edinburgh and Penn State and a full scholarship at Flame, she now moves towards psychology. Her resilience defines her. We wish you the very best, Akshaya. Anya Shenoy. Anya has been with Neev since 2010, growing with quiet determination. With offers from King's College London and Edinburgh, she now looks ahead to physics. Her reflective approach stands out. We wish you the very best, Anya. Arvind Srinivas D. Arvind joined Neev in DP1 and received the Academic Growth Award. With offers from Falmouth and Abertay University, he now moves towards game design. His creativity defines him. We wish you the very best, Arvind. Devyanshi Chakravarti. Devyanshi joined Neev in grade 9 and has shown a strong academic focus. With offers from Warwick and King's College London, she now looks ahead to economics and management. Her discipline stands out. We wish you the very best, Devyanshi. Dhruv Manoj Jain. Dhruv has been with Neev since early years and is a Global Politics Subject Award recipient. He now looks ahead to public policy. His leadership and critical thinking defines him. We wish you the very best, Dhruv. Dishita M. Reddy. Dishita has been with Neev since early years, actively engaged in the arts. With an offer from Manipal Academy, she now moves towards psychology. Her creativity stands out. We wish you the very best, Dishita. Hana Rasia Yenopoya. Hana has been with Neev since grade 5, balancing academics and co-curriculars. With offers from St. Andrews, Durham, she now looks ahead to biological sciences. Her enthusiasm defines her. We wish you the very best, Hana. Rehan Swaminathan Iyer. Rehan has had a long association with Neev and is now a strong student leader. With offers from Warwick and Northeastern, he now moves towards economics and management. His initiative stands out. We wish you the very best, Rehan. Jayditi Virtus Urs. Jaya has been with Neev since 2009 and is a Visual Arts Subject Award recipient. With offers from Bristol and Sheffield, she now looks ahead to biological sciences. Her creativity defines her. We wish you the very best, Jaya. Kahini Agarwal. Kahini has been with Neev since early years and is now a recipient of the Service Excellence and Biology Subject Awards. With offers from Warwick and UCL, she now moves towards sciences. Her leadership stands out. We wish you the very best, Kahini. Mihira Singh. Mihira has been with Neev since 2010, actively contributing to leadership roles. With offers from OP Jindal and Ahmedabad University, she now moves towards law. Her confidence defines her. We wish you the very best, Mihira. Navya Khandelwal. Navya has been with Neev since 2010 and is a Neev Values Award recipient. With offers from Warwick and Edinburgh, she now moves towards economics at Ashoka University. Her clarity stands out. We wish you the very best, Navya. Neil Patel. Neil joined Neev in 2022 and is a recipient of Academic Growth Award. With offers from Purdue and University of Toronto, he now moves towards physics. His curiosity defines him. We wish you the very best, Neil. Nevin Shah. Nevin has been with Neev since early years, leading across sports and clubs. With offers from Virginia Tech and UCL, he now looks ahead to aerospace engineering. His energy stands out. We wish you the very best, Nevin. Nikhil Ganesh. Nikhil has been with Neev since grade 4, maintaining a balanced journey. With offers from Rutgers and Penn State, he now moves towards business. His consistency defines him. We wish you the very best, Neil. Pranav V. Ramanna. Pranav has been with Neev since early years, building a strong business interest. With multiple offers, he now moves towards economics and business. His curiosity stands out. We wish you the very best, Pranav. Pranath Jain. Pranath has been with Neev since grade 1 and is a recipient of the Physics Subject Award and Academic Growth Award. With offers from UIUC and Edinburgh, he now moves towards physics. His dedication defines him. We wish you the very best, Pranath. Ragini Shandilya. Ragini has been with Neev since early years, contributing effectively to school life. With offers from Manchester and Northeastern, she now looks ahead to higher academic journey. Her positivity stands out. We wish you the very best, Ragini. Rohini Arya. Rohini has been with Neev since 2010 and is a recipient of Visual Art Subjects and Art Excellence Awards. With offers from top art schools, she now moves towards visual arts. Her creativity defines her. We wish you the very best, Rohini. Sahasra. Sahasra joined Neev in 2021 and is a recipient of Leadership Excellence Award and Subject Awards in Economics and History. With offers from Boston University and Northeastern, she now moves towards economics. Her leadership stands out. We wish you the very best, Sahasra. Sanat Kumar Maheshwaran. Sanat joined Neev in DP1 and embraced his journey with openness. As he now looks ahead, his calm and grounded approach defines him. We wish you the very best, Sanat. Sanjana Garg. Sanjana joined Neev in 2019 and is a recipient of Global Politics Subject and Academic Growth Awards. With offers from UCL and Warwick, she now moves towards humanities. Her thoughtful perspective stands out. We wish you the very best, Sanjana. Siddhant Dravid. Siddhant has been with Neev since 2010, building a well-rounded journey. With offers from OP Jindal and Kriya University, he now moves towards economics. His consistency defines him. We wish you the very best, Siddhant. Siddharth Athale. Siddharth joined Neev in DP1 and built a strong academic pathway. With offers from UIUC and UCSD, he now moves towards chemical engineering. His focus stands out. We wish you the very best, Siddharth. Siddhant Kashyap. Siddhant joined Neev in DP1 and explored diverse interests. With offers from UMass, Amherst, and Penn State, he now looks ahead to politics and law. His curiosity defines him. We wish you the very best, Siddhant. Sitara Rishikesh. Sitara joined Neev in grade 4 and is a recipient of Biology and English Subject Awards. With offers from Imperial and Edinburgh, she now moves towards medicine. Her discipline stands out. We wish you the very best, Sitara. Sunaina Surana. Sunaina joined Neev in 2022 and explored her interests with openness. As she now looks ahead to design, her curiosity defines her journey. We wish you the very best, Sunaina. Tamra Serkur. Tamra has been with Neev since 2010, balancing academics and co-curriculars. With offers from Edinburgh and Trinity College, Dublin, she now moves towards biochemistry. Her discipline stands out. We wish you the very best, Tamra. Tanish Ray. Tanish has been with Neev since 2010 and is a recipient of the Sports Excellence Award. With offers from HKU and HKUST, he now moves towards economics and finance. His drive defines him. We wish you the very best, Tanish. Utkarsh Sharma. Utkarsh has been with Neev since 2012 and is a recipient of the Academic Growth Award. With offers from UCSD and Warwick, he now moves towards economics and mathematics. His consistency stands out. We wish you the very best, Utkarsh. Veda Shirvastav. Veda joined Neev in grade 4 and balanced academics with dance. With offers from the Ahmedabad and Flame University, she now moves towards psychology. Her discipline defines her. We wish you the very best, Veda. Viveka Nandan. Vivek joined Neev in grade 11 and is a recipient of subject awards in physics and mathematics. With offers from Michigan and UCL, he now moves towards mathematics. His excellence stands out. We wish you the very best, Vivek. Yash Guttukuru Reddy. Yash has been with Neev since grade 1, building a steady journey. With offers from Ahmedabad and Flame University, he now moves towards economics and finance. His grounded approach defines him. We wish you the very best, Yash. Thank you, sir and ma'am. May I now invite DP2 form tutors, Ms. Vaishali and Ms. Shinidhi, to administer the oath.
Thank you, Mr. Abhinav. Students, I invite you to take the Neev oath with Ms. Vaishali. Repeat each section of the oath after Ms. Vaishali.
Students, please take your positions for oath taking. I swear that as a graduating student of Neev Academy, I will continue to build knowledge for myself and others. I will continue to reflect on my own actions and intentions and align them with my personal values and the values of the school. I will continue to develop and sustain relationships with people and the environment. I take these actions so that I and others might lead happy, healthy, and impactful lives.
I now invite Ms. Kavita to come to the podium and declare the Neev batch of 2026 graduates.
Students of the graduating class, now that you have taken the oath, you are ready to become graduates. As head of school, it's my honor to declare you graduates of Neev Academy. Congratulations. Look at them.
Students, please be seated.
Tagore, in his essay, The Problem of Self, wrote, and I quote, "I am absolutely unique. I am I. I am incomparable. The whole weight of the universe cannot crush out this individuality of mine. I maintain it in spite of the tremendous gravitation of all things around me. It is small in appearance, but great in reality. Graduates of 2026, that's your soul, that's you. The world beckons you, and in this giddy adventure called life, when it is so easy to lose yourselves, remember to be original. Remember that you are special." Congratulations, class of 2026.
Moving on to the next segment, we are honored to welcome Professor K. Vijay Raghavan, scientist, policymaker, institution builder, and intellectual adventurer. He trained as a chemical engineer at IIT Kanpur before pursuing doctoral research in molecular biology at TIFR and postdoctoral work at Caltech. His expeditions across disciplines have led to work in neural circuitry, developmental biology, genetics, and neurogenetics. Mr. Raghavan has administered and served as the principal scientific advisor to the Prime Minister. He has also held office as the Secretary, Department of Biotechnology, and Director of National Center for Biological Sciences, Bangalore. He is the recipient of the Padma Shri, the Bhatnagar Prize, and the Infosys Prize in Life Sciences. He is also a Fellow of the Royal Society and a Foreign Associate of the US National Academy of Sciences. Without further ado, I request Padma Shri K. Vijay Raghavan to kindly share his valuable insights and wisdom with our graduating class of 2026. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everybody, students, their parents, siblings and friends, grandparents. It's really wonderful to be here and to see all of you graduate and listen to your talks and that of Kavita Gupta Sabharwal. I have multiple problems today. The first is, whenever I was in school and asked to talk in front of my teachers, I used to immediately become silent and lose my ability to say anything. And today we have many teachers here, so that's one challenge. The other challenge is that whatever I wanted to say, Kavita and the two students who spoke before me have already said that. So I really would find it very difficult to add something new. But nevertheless, let me try. Now, first of all, about speaking in public, I used to have an extraordinarily great difficulty in saying anything in class, let alone speaking in public. And I used to try all sorts of tricks to overcome my fear of public speaking. But I later found that the one great help to speak in public was to be absolutely thorough at something and then speak, and then you had no difficulty in speaking. But the challenge is, how can you be thorough at many things? And the example I'd like to give is not to be thorough at many things, but to be good at something, and no matter what the topic, you spin it around to come and talk about that one subject. So in Sanskrit, for example, students used to learn one essay about the coconut tree, and no matter what the question, you bring it back to the coconut tree and write that essay, right? Now, this works sometimes in life, but most often, going forward, it doesn't. You really need to be thorough at something. So how does one become thorough at something? That depends on the context, on the place, on the state of the world, the opportunities, and so on and so forth. So hold that for a bit. I will digress and go to another topic and come back to this. And that other topic is about how we came about to this situation in the world, in our country. And it's not a short journey, it's a very long journey, and I'll try to be brief. This universe came about 13.8 billion years ago. And we know that to reasonable accuracy, and you can look at your AI engines and figure out how we know that. But it's really incredible that as humans, we can put that number. Our solar system came about much later, and Earth came about 4.5 billion years ago. Earth was uninhabitable at that time, and about 3.5 billion years ago, life on Earth originated. And if all life on Earth was at that wall of 3.5 billion years ago, all life seems to have had a common ancestor. So all the diversity of life we see today, everything from plants, bacteria, small animals, large animals, has this shared common origin. And because of that shared common origin, we have a shared chemistry. And because of that shared chemistry, which is connected by the thread of DNA, we know this hypothesis of evolution to be not a hypothesis, but a fact by our current technology. So we are related to all life on this earth, and we can learn about any form of life today by studying any other form. If If you want to understand cancer, you can study people with cancer, or you can study a fruit fly, or you can study an elephant. And because of the common cell biology, you will learn a lot about cancer from doing anything. And indeed, the drugs, the understanding have come from studying diverse organisms. But that's not all. Why are we special? Why are humans special? And are humans actually special? A strange thing happened about 65 million years ago. An asteroid crashed on Earth and destroyed the large forms of life which were then present, largely dinosaurs and other large reptiles. And that resulted in mammals increasing in population and eventually leading to us. But we are unusual because for other primates, gorillas, chimpanzees, monkeys, and so on, our brain size is disproportionately large compared to our body size. And that seems to have happened because of our ability to cook high-density, high-caloric content meals, which allowed the energy for brain growth to take place. Something else also happened. We had an ability to oppose thumb and forefinger, which your teachers used to throw chalk at you. And this ability also allowed us to make machines in a dramatic way. The ability to communicate with language as our densities of our populations grew transformed us. And this allowed societies to grow. We invented extraordinary things. We snatched hydrogen and nitrogen from the atmosphere, and through the Haber process made fertilizers so that food was no longer limiting. And we did ghastly things. We exploded an atom bomb. So today, all of this we call the age of the Anthropocene, because we have left an indelible mark on our planet. So we have moved from merely surviving on the earth to being the wielders of the paintbrush on our planet, and we have become the stewards of our planet. So our responsibility is unique and very different from merely surviving like other organisms do. Now, coming to India, India was born as an independent country in 1947. And there are two famous statements about India I'd like to quote. Around that time when India became independent, Winston Churchill famously said, "It's like calling the equator a country. That idea is a ridiculous idea, and India cannot exist." Another person, my mentor Obaid Siddiqui, when he was moving a little later from America to India, asked a famous Nobel laureate, Arthur Kornberg, whether he should move to India or stay on in the United States. So Kornberg said, "Well, I'll give it 6 months." So Obaid thought it meant that Obaid should give India 6 months before deciding to stay here or not. But what Kornberg meant was that he'd give the idea of India 6 months because India will not survive beyond 6 months. So India has actually survived a bit. We have moved from a nation of a few 100 million to over close to 1.5 billion. Our lifespan has increased enormously. Our literacy has increased, but we've also got enormous challenges and problems. So you as an extraordinary class have a responsibility not only to deal with the complexities that India poses, but indeed the complexities and the demands of stewardship of the planet. Now, what are the threats facing us as we go forward over the next few decades? There are 2 or 3 major threats. I'll just name a few. One is the tsunami of artificial intelligence. Our brain has got 86 billion nerve cells and uses as much energy as a light bulb. But using extraordinary power, computers today, grouped together, are beginning to compete with human brains in what they can do. It is only inevitable, according to different computer scientists, about when artificial general intelligence will be upon us. Some say 1 year, some say 2, others say a little longer, but they all agree that it will be upon us, and we need various kinds of regulatory oversight and guardrails to deal with that. But that's another topic. What does it mean for you as students going forward? How will you handle that? Well, there are 2 ways when you see a big wave coming at you when you're at sea. One is to get swamped by the wave and let it crash on you, and you splutter and you flay your arms along. The other is to learn surfing and surf the wave and ride the top. Artificial intelligence is a powerful tool. If you learn how to surf it, you can go much, much above where you are in terms of your abilities. It's an extraordinary prosthetic, an extraordinary tool like the printing press, the book, the telephone, the internet, and so on. So you can use it really well. You can also get addicted to it and drown in it, and that's not something which you should do. But that's a possibility which people, responsible people, can exercise. The other kinds of threats come from technology, the technology of cyber-physical systems, of manufacturing changing, of biotechnology, and these also are completely changing the workspace, combined with artificial intelligence. Is there room for people, for individuals in this, and what can they do? It's absolutely clear that there is room for two kinds of people. People who know any given field to a great depth, and whether you're a lawyer or a financier or a geologist, if you know your field really well, there's a great opportunity going forward, no matter what these technological threats are. The other opportunity is for a person or people who have two kinds of capabilities, and I would call them the instigators and the integrators. And there's a beautiful book by a person called Gertner about the history of the Bell Telephone Labs, one of the places where extraordinary innovation took place. And there were geniuses there working hard. They knew their domains really well. But they succeeded only because of these instigators and integrators. So all kinds of people are necessary, were necessary then, and they continue to be necessary now, despite the prevalence of these tools. So we can use these tools as routine tools for our routine work, or we can use them to enhance our domain knowledge and be better instigators and better innovators, better integrators. So all that is very important. So I'd like to end now. I wouldn't like to go on, say that you'll have a great future. That's guaranteed because of who you are. As Kavita said, your friendship and bonding here will last you. That's most important. Your families are important. I would say one other factor, have each other's back. If each of you have 40 other people's back, then all those 40 people will do well, and there are 40 people looking at your back and making sure that you go well. If you look after only yourself, you have only your back to look at, and that's very difficult. So make sure that you're connected with everyone. So that will ensure your extraordinary success. Going forward, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years from now, you'll find your fellowship in this cohort extraordinarily important. Those of you who sat in the front row and did brilliantly will need those who sat in the last row and had fun, because it's only this combination that can succeed in this complicated world. Thank you.
Professor Raghavan, we thank you deeply for addressing our graduates. Moving on to the next section, we believe in what the poet Samuel Taylor Coleridge thought were the cardinal rules of early education. He said that we need to work by love and so generate love. Little is taught by contest and dispute, everything by sympathy and love. And the ones responsible for this love and sympathy in our children's lives are none other than their parents. Their sounding boards, their chauffeurs, their chefs, their image consultants and wardrobe managers, their unpaid tuition teachers too, and therapists sometimes, all rolled into one. So let's have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for all the parents present here. Students, you can stand up and applaud. Thank you, parents. We are truly grateful to all of you for everything that you do every day. Without you, this journey would be incomplete.
Now, I would like to invite Ms. Maya, mother of Dhruv Jain, and Mr. Amit Garg, father of Aditi and Sanjana. I request you to come on stage and share your thoughts with us.
Good evening, everybody. I have a bet with my son that I'm not going to cry today. And Utkarsh and Sahasra, seriously, I was so close to tears, and I was like, I'm not going to lose this bet. So I'm kind of hanging by a thread here. Have you noticed that Neev tends to challenge kids a lot? Well, they do the same with parents. I've been asked to encapsulate 15 years of Neev memory in 5 minutes. So here goes. In 2011, Dhruv walked into Neev Koramangala and held Miss Preeti's hand and walked into his pre-K class. And it seems to have come full circle that you're here for his farewell too. We were very excited. It was this cozy little bungalow filled with children's art. There was so much of color. And then a month later, Neev called and said that Dhruv may require speech therapy. We did know that he couldn't pronounce R, which, let me tell you, is a real concern because his name is Dhruv. 5 minutes with Miss Anita Ipe, turns out he didn't need speech therapy. He needed speed therapy. He needed to slow down. He was just in a hurry to get all the words out. He skipped words, sometimes whole sentences. He said it in his head, and if you didn't hear it, it was a you problem. Teachers worked with him in class with all the jolly phonics, the theater training, and by the time he was in K1, he was actually standing and speaking clearly in front of a crowd of people. And can I tell you that for a parent, to have a school identify an issue, pick it up, work with the child, keeping his spirit intact, that meant a lot. And that's when we felt that we had made the right choice with Neev. Then came grade school. It was all the kindergarten schools coming together, so there was a lot of excitement, new friends, all of that. But the PYP inquiry-based learning was fun. Parents were kept involved through gallery walks, spotlight, expert visits, and learning was kept experiential and fun with field trips. Remember the sleepover where at school where they had astronomers come in and the kids saw the planets and they saw the moon. I mean, Dhruv spoke about nothing for the next 1 week, nothing else for the next 1 week. And post the sleepover, I remember a teacher telling me that the number of kids who wanted to become astronauts had gone up significantly. And that's Neev for you, because over the years, they have been able to excite kids into figuring out what subjects they liked. And a lot of them, that's kind of ending up as their life paths. Physics, economics, biology, math, global politics, art, and literature. And talking about literature, anyone who knows me knows I'm a bibliophile. So I absolutely loved the Neev Fest. I was more excited about it than the kids. And it was so nice to see the author interactions with the kids, the insightful questions, the perspectives gained, and the fact that in a digital world, our kids were sitting with their noses buried in a physical book. And in the last couple of years, UDP students have handled end-to-end organizing the LitFest and done a phenomenal job. So thank you for bringing the LitFest to us. MYP was a different ballgame, because I remember Dhruv coming home and saying, "Mama, we have to study now. They're going to even grade us." And it was, yes, but by the time we got into the thick of things, COVID happened. And it was, again, a restart from the basics, because the school had to figure out classes, we had to figure out technology, and school did have the unenviable job of figuring out the best way, not just to teach, but to hold the kids' attention, while ensuring that the younger ones actually had lesser screen time. We all had to figure out technology, and I caught kids pranking teachers quite often. And half the time, I'm not sure whether teachers were just like, let it go, or they didn't even realize it. And by the end of COVID, I could identify every kid in my child's class by their voices, their cackling, and the fact that there were times over the weekend I woke up to, bro, no bro, don't kill me bro, what are you doing bro? And them playing video games non-stop. So we got back, I think, mid-8th grade after COVID, and it was, again, start from scratch, because you're switching between the online mode and back to school, and it came with its own complication. And one of the things that really stood out for me. And I noticed this in the PTMs in grade 9, the first PTM that they had, where, you know, the teachers had started with the basics. How do you write your answers? And then there was this one teacher, we were waiting in a line to meet her, and she went, she was giving one of the children feedback, and she went, "Don't be in a hurry to answer the question. Read the question. Go ahead, jot your thoughts down on a piece of paper, then write. Then only write. Invest that 2 minutes to understand what is being asked of you." And I'm sure you can guess who the teacher was, because she said that in grade 9, she said that in grade 10, and DP for grade 11 and 12, she turned around and added the little statement saying, "Please write legibly." The teachers and the kids worked very hard, stretched themselves, so the disruption you faced in your learning process because of COVID, despite the disruption, your e-assessment results were fantastic, and so were the myriad of personal projects. My favorite part of the Neev education, however, has been the mini cultural immersions, field trips, language day, and the learning journeys. Every trip, without exception, every trip, the moment the itinerary is shared, there will be one parent who will ask, do they need parent volunteers for this trip, because this is really exciting. And much knowledge was acquired, reflected on, and more importantly, friendships deepened, inside jokes were born, memories made, some of which we know, and most of which we will never know. I also want to acknowledge something beyond academics. The day before the Ladakh trip, there were torrential rains in Bangalore. Bellandur was flooded, Yamlur was flooded, people living in Divyashri and Epsilon were stuck. And parents who ensured that the kids got out and in time for the trip. And Ms. Kavita, I have to say thank you, because I know the school stepped in. You guys adjusted the transport, you made sure the kids were taken care of. I know there were extra meals that were given in school, so that stress was off the parents. So I do really want to say thank you to that. Thank you for that. Thank you, Ms. Kavita, the teachers, and the entire Neev ecosystem for everything that you've done for our kids and us. It takes a village to raise a child. Neev was a huge part of that village, but then again, there were the parents. To you, I'd like to say, congratulations, we got them here. And thank you for your friendship. What began as conversations at school gates turned into meaningful relationships. Our kids aside, we build bonds that are just ours. We dealt with the intense teenage years, closed doors, attitudes, figuring out the Gen Z lingo that made no sense to us, and most importantly, survived being called bruh. This journey was richer and definitely easier because of you, because of the friendships. We had a safe space to vent. We had a person to call when there was something going on. We had a friendship built on shared experiences and sometimes shared pain. So I have to just say that I want to just say thank you. Thank you for being there. It was so much better because you were there. And we've raised incredible kids, haven't we? I had a bit of a humbling moment today. I called my dad, because I was a little emotional. I done with the speech, I called my dad, and then he said, Mole, there's just one thing I have to tell you. If your child doesn't need you anymore, and he is that independent, it means you've done a good job. So just relax, enjoy, and let him fly and let him do his own thing. So children, I'm coming to you now. You've already achieved so much. You've navigated the rigor of DP, dealt with the craziness of college prep, applications, essays, and the long wait for offers. Every corner of the school will carry memories of you and the echo of your laughter. My son said, please don't sound like an unk. Sorry, bro, parent here. But so I'll just say the world might feel a little heavy and a lot uncertain in these days, but there is just still so much beauty in it. So ensure you focus on that. Take care of your health, Remember, you are precious, so precious, and greater than any situation in which you might find yourself. Yes, you may have to travel some roads alone, but that also means that your friends and your family are there, they've got your back, they're rooting for you, and they're just a call away. You don't have to deal with any of these things alone. And yes, most importantly, call your parents. In caps, call your parents. So congratulations on your graduation. Best of luck for your exams and your future. And I'm sure everyone here will agree with me when I say, class of 2026, best batch ever.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, parents, grandparents, students, teachers, and administrators. It's quite an honor to be here today, and among all the luminaries in the batch, I wasn't sure why I was invited, but I guess as the parent of twins in the batch, maybe I just had the higher vote share. So, in the lead up to this conversation, I've been advised by people who I shall not name to not try to be funny, not be critical of anything, don't be serious, and above all, don't try any pearls of wisdom. So this one's from the heart. But a few minutes are really all we have right now. These are just a few minutes I'm going to use to try and bookend what have really been 15 years of pickups, drops, exams, anxieties, speeches of anarchy, the French Revolution, and the structured mayhem that gets us here today. I also know that as a parent, a few minutes is more attention than I'll ever get at home. So I'll try to make this count. I'll start by thanking the teachers and administrators of this school. You're really the architects of this environment. If the goal of education and a school is to create minds without fear, I think you can all be pretty proud of what you've done. And I hope that you will continue that spirit forever. I should ideally be thanking every teacher individually, but unfortunately, like in my school days, I bunked too many PTMs. So even as an incomplete tribute, I'd like to just thank a few people. First, of course, Ms. Kavita, you bring a vision, a passion, and a genuine, I think, a really genuine concern for each and every child out here today. But most of all, you bring heart. And I think that heart was on display as you gave your talk earlier this evening. I just have one parting request. Please bring the samosas back to the PTMs. A future me might attend a few more of them. Mr. Abhinav and Ms. Uma, for I guess what must have been an unending stream of relentless and unreasonable requests during this year. Thank you for taking them all with a smile that I see right now as well. Thank you for doing what you did. A few other teachers I'd like to just call out. Mr. Sai, for what you did with the Debate Society. I think the spirit of Kamla Devi Chattopadhyay definitely lives on through him. For every teacher who supported a personal project, a learning journey, an extended essay, things that we thought that our kids would never be able to do. For teachers who sat at the cafeteria with a student, for teachers who sat on the stairways with a student, thank you. You did something magical. Our batch, I think, had the immense fortune of having had Ms. Vaishali as teacher, mentor, parent, all rolled in one, for us. I think it's a tribute to your neutrality that today I can't say which role you're in, present in today. But whichever role you're in, I think you can be very proud. Thank you. Teachers, you've all been inspirers, you've been mentors, you've been gardeners, and when needed, protectors. Thank you from the bottom of our heart. Moving on to parents, I think all of us paused today, at least for a moment, to think about that first day. A school bag bigger than the child, a kid looking back from a gate to check whether you're still there. Something shifted today. We will no longer walk to these gates. We will no longer wait for a bus. That time has ended. Khalil Gibran wrote, that the souls of our children dwell in the house of tomorrow, a place we cannot visit even in our dreams. But I know this. The class of 2026 is now embarking on a journey of their own. This journey is your own, but we will be your forever. Whether you go a mile from here, or 10,000, or 1,000,000, we will be your constant. You will do many beautiful things. You'll touch 1,000,000 lives. But this is a promise that I know we keep. We are a community. Every Neev parent for every Neev child. Parents, if you agree, please give them a round. I'm going to end with one final thought. I wish I could say that you, as a class, are entering a gentle world, but you're not. And unfortunately, you can't press snooze on this world. Out there, when you get out there, and you'll go to many colleges and institutions and the world outside, there are many places that will teach you to be excellent. But I think Neev has given you that opportunity to be great, to be something different, to carve your own path. Excellence follows a path. Greatness defines its own map. But greatness has a cost. It means being willing to be wrong. It means being uncomfortable at times, to stay with a problem longer than others have. It means being very uncomfortable. But it may also be the most important thing you do. To the class of 2026, I would say this. I believe, and I think we all believe, that all of you have the potential to be great. And if a few of you do that, that might be the biggest and the truest Guru Dakshina you give to this beautiful school. I'd like to end by thanking once again the teachers. You have laid the framework, you've done the groundwork, created the foundation. Thank you, parents, for being there for each other, for all of us. And to the class of 2026, we see you, we believe in you, and we love you. Good luck. Congratulations.
I apologize for this because this is not a part of the script at all, Ms. Kavita. But this is a tiny bit of surprise that the parents have for you and the school. And we couldn't have left the school premises without giving you our token of our thanks and gratitude. Can I call upon stage Shikha? She's an eminent artist, and she decided she said that she's going to paint for us this beautiful picture that kind of tells you in summary about what Neev meant to all of us. This is her artist statement, and I'm going to read it out for all of you. This painting is inspired by one of the school's most cherished traditions, the learning journeys that take students beyond the classroom and into the heart of real experiences. These are Shikha's words, and I quote her. The artwork reflects not just a traveler's destination, but a passage. Our group of young trekkers walk together, curious, determined, and quietly supportive of one another. The stupa that you see over there in the painting with its prayer flag standing before them is both a destination and a symbol, suggesting reflection, grounding, and a deeper sense of purpose with intangible lessons that travel back with the children long after the learning journey ends. We would like to present this painting to Neev Academy to honor a vision of education that extends beyond academics and into the real world and life itself. Thank you.
Thank you, dear parents, for sharing with us your journey and experience as parents of Neev Academy. A couple of days ago, the parents of grade 12 came to school to put together a scrapbook of memories where each page holds a unique story captured through photographs, anecdotes, souvenirs, and keepsakes. I request the parents to present this labor of love, this very special repository of memories to their children at the end of the ceremony during dinner time. With that, dear audience, we come to the close of the graduation ceremony. We will all rise for the national anthem.
As always, we end with a recessional march, the retreat. Dear audience, as the strains of the recessional march fill the gathering, let us one last time witness this wonderful graduating batch of students, accompanied by all the faculty on stage, proudly exit the hall. This, ladies and gentlemen, marks the culmination of their academic journey. Thank you, dear audience. Have a great evening.